Now, you can profit greatly off of the market, but it depends on how you look at it. So if you look at it as a trader, well, you're dealing with a couple of variables here. First, short-term capital gains, if you're winning, right? If you're winning. And you'll pay the alphabet boys because they're going to come for their part. And it's at ordinary income levels, right? So instead of long-term capital gains, like 20% after 12 months in a day, you're going to be paying your ordinary income level. So if you're at 47%, you're paying 47% or 39%. You get the picture. So, and then you have to also understand as a trader, if you're trading and you're not a disciplined or experienced trader, right, you're new and you've been sold pretty much hook, line, and sinker that my friend made 20 grand just last week. I need to get in. And so therefore, you don't do all the knowledge seeking, all the information seeking. You don't get the right lessons. And by the way, 95% of these traders lose money, right? But you're just wanting to get the quick buck. That's the mentality that will constantly keep you chasing. Here's why. Let's say you get lucky. You make 100 grand from buying an option play or an S&P 500 futures option, whatever contract, and you scored. Right? The problem with that is how many times have you walked into a casino and left with the money you won? So you keep pulling the one-arm bends zip, zip, until you're either doubling or you're out. And the odds favor being out. So you done blew up your account. And that's what happens a lot of times. Ask around, ask a friend to ask a friend if you didn't know. Now here comes the ton of money. The long-term investor. Leave your stocks alone. If you go away for 5, 6, 10 years, depending on which company you own, you can wake up and be on top of the throne, like I did that. You can have a lot of equity in that business. Dividends, just keep going right back to invest, right? But you have to be long-term. And long-term, in most cases, is over 5 years, not a year and a day, right? That's only for capital gains. But guess what? Your capital gains are treated differently, 20%. So think about the $1 million trader who profited and $1 million long-term investor who held it. So that guy's paying about $300,000 to $400,000 in taxes, maybe more. $1 million over here, 200. Which one do you like? Which one do you want to be when you grow up? Well, what if I do both, they say? Well, that's like mom. Remember my mom back in the day? She can cook, talk on the phone, change the baby. We're not our mothers. All right. Most people can't do both. So stick to the one that you're best at. And it's going to take you longer to get better at trading than it will at investing. Just my thought.